Welcome back to NAZ Today. I'm your sports reporter, Kristen Chancellor. Let's get into things. The Northern Arizona University soccer team has always looked for local talent to fill their roster. Bringing in players from around Flagstaff brings a unique engagement within the community. Currently on the NAU roster sits 2 local players from Flagstaff High School who have grown up in the community and decided to stay in the town they love. I caught up with both of these players to hear about their passion for their hometown. Growing up in a small community like Flagstaff, you learn to have a special appreciation for the town you've always known. For NAU soccer players sophomore middle Maddie Shafer and junior defense Taylor Hazlett, who both grew up in Flagstaff attending Flagstaff High School to play soccer. This bond is one they know very well.
I mean, Flagstaff is my hometown, and NAU was a big decision to make. Also, I didn't really want to leave home, and I went to camps here, and I really just loved it, and so I wanted to stay in my hometown and make my hometown proud.
NAU soccer coach Kylie Louw says recruiting local players is a win for both the Lumberjacks and the local community.
I think both Maddie and Taylor Hazlett have a great community support, so of course now we're going to get even more supporters from Flagstaff. We just get natural fans as well as getting as many people as we can out from Flagstaff specifically.
Coming to NAU allowed Hazlett and Shafer the opportunity to continue building a bond that started in the youth levels and continued through their time as Flagstaff High varsity players.
Maddie and I were honestly the team. We built a team, and we really worked together, and we still do that to this day. When I get to play with Maddie, it's amazing because it's back to our old days.
Growing up in a small town, there were some struggles, however, with living in a town with limited club availability. It creates problems with playing with the same players consistently while growing up. However, it also has a perk of playing with your best friend.
It's kind of a thing where you know absolutely everybody all the time because it is such a small town. So for me, I've always grown up playing with the same players. Taylor Hazlett and I, another teammate of mine, we've played together since we were at least 4 years old. So it was always really cool growing up knowing the same group of people and being able to kind of grow up with my best friends. So it was always really fun. It was just you don't really get to meet anyone else new.
Hazlett graduated from Flag High in 2019, coming straight to NAU while Shafer transferred down to the Valley her senior year of high school before coming to NAU. As these two and many others have helped pave the way for local talent, the NAU Lumberjacks will continue to look for local talent for their next big stars. NAU will look to take on Sacramento State November 3rd in the Big Sky Tournament. The Lumberjacks were able to clinch the 3rd seed with the record of 8-10 after beginning their season struggling to win games. However, the Lumberjacks were able to recover their season and adjust the mindset, making their way into the Big Sky Tournament. We will continue to watch as the Lumberjacks battle on the field for the trophy. The NAU basketball teams are geared up and ready to start their seasons. The NAU men's basketball team begins play November 9th in Tucson against Arizona. This men's team finished last season with a record of 6-16, falling short in gameplay and struggling to have any momentum to win games. The Lumberjacks will look to redeem themselves this season and make their way to the championship with new talent and a fresh mindset to take on the season. The Lumberjack women's team starts their season November 12th against Washington State in Washington. This women's team had a record of 15-14 last season, and while it was a winning record, it was only good enough to have them ranked 7th. The Lumberjacks are ready to take the court with hopes of pushing past their downfalls and making their way to the hoop for a successful season. We will be eager to see what this team can do this season. For the Lumberjacks, that's all we have for sports. Stay tuned for a weather recap after the break.